Recently, we told you on this program about the wave of demographic change that has transformed the city of Hazleton, Pennsylvania. In the year 2000, Hazleton was less than 2% Hispanic. Today, thanks to mass immigration, Hazleton is majority Hispanic. More than half of the residents there speak a language other than English at home. Now, we got those numbers from a recent piece in National Geographic, which quoted lifelong Hazleton residents as saying they no longer recognized their own hometown. They didn't hate immigrants. Most Americans like immigrants. But this was too much change. In fewer than 20 years, the culture their parents and grandparents had built evaporated. They never asked for any of that. It was just imposed on them. They were bewildered, understandably. But not everyone understands or even cares. This morning, CNN ran a hit piece on that segment. Writer Ron Brownstein described it as, quote, an extraordinary screed against diversity, whatever that means. He suggested we were bigots for talking about the subject at all. This, of course, is how you bully people into being quiet while you permanently change their country. And usually it works because nobody wants the headache of that. But in this case, it's an important enough topic that we're going to go a little deeper on it. What happened in Hazleton is happening around the country. Neighborhoods transformed forever with no public debate. What's interesting is where this is not happening, in the neighborhoods where the people who make these decisions live. Here's some numbers. In Storm Lake, Iowa, only a tiny percentage of the population was foreign-born just 25 years ago. Now more than half of all residents of Storm Lake don't speak English at home. Hamtramck, Michigan had 2 Bangladeshi residents in 1990. Today, that city is majority Muslim. Fewer than 40% of the people who live there speak English at home. In his CNN piece, Ron Brownstein suggests this whole conversation is about white fear. Liberals often say that. Almost always they say that, probably to hide the truth of it, which is that the starkest effects of mass immigration don't take place in white neighborhoods. They take place where native-born African Americans live. For example, not so long ago, Compton, California, the famous Compton, was the largest black community west of the Mississippi. Today, only a third of Compton's population is African American. The rest is Hispanic. That's huge change. That's massive dislocation. Nobody talks about it. People like Ron Brownstein shout them into silence. But it's real, and for a lot of people who used to live there, it's traumatic. Now let's consider how the other half lives, the people who are making these decisions about immigration and demographic change. Are their neighborhoods changing like Hazleton and Storm Lake and Compton? Come on, you know the answer to that. L.A. County is now overwhelmingly Hispanic, but not upper-income Malibu, where the famous liberals live, where everybody supports these changes. Malibu is still 80% white, 87% white, actually. New York City, diverse place, of course, but not in Michael Bloomberg's neighborhood. His zip code is 82% white. It's less than 5% Hispanic. It's still 1985 where Michael Bloomberg lives. It probably always will be. That's the point. Same with Barack Obama's neighborhood here in Washington. That zip code is less than 8% Hispanic. Meanwhile, just across the river in the suburbs in Virginia, more Spanish speaking every year. Obama loves that. He just doesn't want to live near it. Diversity for thee, but not for me. You see how it works, no matter what Ron Brownstein tells you. Lou Barletta was the mayor of Hazleton, Pennsylvania. He was attacked, harshly attacked, for trying to fight changes to his city. Today he represents Pennsylvania in Congress, and he joins us tonight. Congressman, thanks for coming on.
Good to be here, Tucker.
So I just want to restate, because I don't think you can say it enough, that I think most people like immigrants because most immigrants are great, including the ones in your hometown. It's really a question of who gets to decide what the changes are and how big they are. And I always wondered, for a town like Hazleton, do the people who live there have any say in it at all?
No, they didn't have any say in it, Tucker. And I was at the forefront of that issue in Hazleton, where we saw a very sudden migration of newcomers coming into the city with no real explanation as to why it was happening and why Hazleton. And it is startling for a community to see a change like that. And to give you a good example, in the year 2000, English as the second language in the Hazleton area school district, the budget, it was $500. 5 years later, it was $1.5 million. So that just gives you a glimpse of how fast it happened.
So we're always told that when you bring in huge amounts of poor people from the third world with low levels of education, that you get much richer when you do that. That's the key to prosperity. No one who makes these decisions does it in their own neighborhood zones, but they're always saying it's going to make you richer. Has Hazleton become richer?
No, and quite the opposite. It becomes much more difficult when your income tax goes down. Our population grew by 50%, but our tax revenue stayed the same. And that's when we realized we not only had an illegal immigration problem on top of it all, but no, when people are coming in and are of the lower income or the lower end of the economic ladder, it's less tax money that you're getting, and it becomes more difficult to provide services.
So why do all the experts like Ron Brownstein at CNN say that you're a bigot if you have concerns? And they're telling you that you're richer and happier. Why won't you admit it?
Sure. I had this discussion. I was on a panel with Mayor Bloomberg at one time when he said, New York City's economy would crash if it didn't have illegal immigrants. Who would wash our dishes? Who would bus our tables? Who would clean our hotel rooms? But in small towns like Hazleton, where it's very transparent, it's an entire different story.
Yeah, it is. And I noticed that Michael Bloomberg's census tract in New York is like 5% Hispanic. So he's a hypocrite like the rest of them. You are not, though, Congressman. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.